Louisville shooting live updates, suspect had AR-15, death toll climbs to 5. 5 people were killed and 8 others were injured in a mass shooting at a bank in Kentucky's largest city on Monday morning, according to police. The suspect was killed by officers responding to the scene at Old National Bank in Louisville, police said. Here's how the news is developing. Suspect bought gun legally last week. The suspected shooter, 25-year-old Connor Sturgeon, bought the gun legally on April 4 in Louisville, Jackie Guinevere OL, interim chief of the Louisville Metro Police Department, said at a news conference Tuesday. Sturgeon was a current employee of the bank where the shooting unfolded, she said. Police said body camera footage from officers who responded to the shooting will be released Tuesday afternoon. One victim remains in critical condition. Of the 8 people injured in Monday's mass shooting, 4 remain at the University of Louisville Hospital. One of those patients, 26-year-old police officer Nicholas Wilt, is still in critical condition, hospital officials said, and the other 3 patients are stable and in fair condition. Wilt was shot in the head while running toward the gunfire, according to police. Wilt just graduated from the police academy on March 31. Suspect was armed with AR-15, mayor says. The alleged gunman in Monday's mass shooting at a Louisville bank was wielding an AR-15 when he was gunned down by police, according to Louisville Mayor Craig Greenberg. Craig revealed the detail during an interview with CBS News on Tuesday morning. What we know about Kentucky's gun laws. Kentucky is one of 26 states that allow for permitless carry of firearms for eligible adults. The Bluegrass State passed a law in 2019 removing the provisions that mandated state gun owners pass a background check if they were going to conceal carry their weapon. Under the law, most adults over the age of 21 can purchase and carry a firearm and take them to most places in Kentucky without any license. Although gun owners can still apply for a gun license, which requires background checks, they are only meant for people who need such permits when traveling out of state. Aside from federal laws that prohibit gun purchases by people with convicted felonies, there are no Kentucky laws that prohibit gun purchases to state residents who have mental health disorders, violent misdemeanor convictions, domestic abuse-related restraining orders or anyone with substance abuse disorders. Firearms are still prohibited in several locations in Kentucky. Schools, government buildings, courthouses, police stations and any place that serves alcohol are gun-free locations, according to state law. Kentucky law does not have any provisions preventing firearms in several locations such as hospitals, houses of worship, sports arenas, casinos, polling places and banks. However, local business owners and public and private colleges are also allowed to prohibit firearms on their properties, but they must have adequate signage on their premises, according to state law. Old National Bank releases news statement. Some text goes here. There are no words to adequately describe the sadness and devastation that our Old National family is experiencing as we grieve the tragic loss of our team members and pray for the recovery of all those who were injured, Old National Bank CEO Jim Ryan said in a news statement Monday night. Ryan and other members of the Old National leadership team have been in Louisville much of the day offering support to affected individuals and their families, and they will continue to be on hand to provide support in the days ahead. Some text goes here. Obviously, this is an incredibly difficult situation, and our entire focus is on making sure that everyone affected has the support and assistance they need, Ryan said. On behalf of everyone at Old National, I also want to acknowledge and thank Louisville law enforcement, the medical community and state and local officials for their incredible response to this tragedy. Louisville Mayor Craig Greenberg spoke with ABC News' Trevor Ault and pledged to make reducing gun violence his top priority in office, hours after 4 people, including his own friend, were gunned down inside a downtown bank. We have to take action. Today is a day for love and support to the victims. But this is life and death, so as mayor, This will continue to be our #1 priority, Greenberg, who was a victim of a workplace attack last year, said in the interview that took place a block away the bank. Greenberg called his emotions raw. "The second I got the alert that there was an active shooter going on, of course my mind immediately went back to the workplace shooting that I survived just over a year ago," he said. "I know many people who work in that building, so I was thinking about them and everyone that was there." Shooting suspect was going to be fired from job, sources. The suspected gunman who shot and killed 4 people at a downtown Louisville bank had recently been notified he was going to be fired from Old National Bank, law enforcement sources told ABC News. Connor Sturgeon had interned at Old National Bank for 3 years before earning a full-time job in June 2021, sources said. There was no immediate indication why he was notified he would be terminated, according to sources. The suspect allegedly left a note to parents and friends indicating he was going to shoot up the bank, sources said. The suspected shooter, 23-year-old Connor Sturgeon, was armed with a rifle when he allegedly carried out a mass shooting at the Old National Bank, where he worked, according to police. The suspect was live-streaming, police said, though officials did not elaborate. Among the 9 injured is 26-year-old police officer Nicholas Wilt, who was shot in the head, according to police. He underwent brain surgery and is in critical but stable condition, police said. Wilt just graduated from the police academy on March 31. The 4 slain victims were identified by police as Joshua Barrick, 40, Thomas Elliott, 63, Juliana Farmer, 45, and James Tutt, 64. Louisville Mayor Craig Greenberg said Elliott was a very good friend of mine and of Kentucky Governor. This was an evil act of targeted violence, the mayor said.